Hey guys, I just want to do a quick review of a site that we recently stayed at. It's called Bramley Park Camping, and it was really nice. I had a really good time there. They charge a flat fee of £12.50 a person, and there's no extra charges for awnings or gazebos or windbreaks or dogs or anything like that. Very good value for money. So for me and the wife, it was £25 a night for the van and a huge awning and everything else that goes with it. You can't really complain at that sort of price, I don't think. It's situated in Polegate, East Sussex, and that's just north of Eastbourne, quite close to where I live. Took me about an hour to get there, something like that. All in all, had a really nice stay. When we turned up, it was, well, this was the summer holidays, so it's the busiest part of the year. There were, I don't know, one or two people in front of us in reception, so just waited outside for about 5 minutes. And then we're greeted by a lovely chap inside. And in the reception where you check in, they've also got a shop, and they sell cold drinks, they sell ice creams, they sell various different sort of camping things that you might need, firelighters and pegs and gas and, you know, the odd emergency bits and pieces, as it were. They also sell logs, and you can rent a fire pit for the duration of your stay, which is £10. And that's about all they sell there. If you need anything more, there is a shop down the road, probably only a 5-minute drive away, just in Polegate. And if you need some bigger shops, well, Eastbourne is just down the road. You know, you have to drive there, you can't walk to Eastbourne, but it's not too far to go. When you check in, it's free space camping, so you just basically go and find yourself a space 6 metres from anybody else, park yourself up, set yourself up, and away you go. No real problem there. It was nice flat ground, and the ground itself isn't full of stones. Pegs went in nice and easily. Field was nice and clean and tidy. There's water points all over the place. All in all, really, really good. Although I say it was peak season, it was the summer holidays, just at the beginning of the summer holidays. And the site was quite busy, but having said that, you could easily drive around and find some space. You just sort of, you know, have a look around the edges. Yeah, we couldn't get to the edge of the campsite, that was quite full, but you know, we found the space, we were happy where we were, so that was okay. Now they also do glamping, so if you want to, you know, just turn up and you've got a tent set up, they've got 9 glamping pods at the top of the field. When we were there, it looked like they're all in use, so I've no doubt that they're quite popular, and you probably have to book those in advance, I'm sure. But they look decent size, and there were even people with camper vans beside the glamping pods and gazebos set up beside them and everything else, so presumably everything just comes in the price. Toilets and showers, well, they were adequate. Peak times, you know, first thing in the morning, after evening meal, that sort of stuff, it was, you know, busier, but you could still use the toilets. You know, you didn't have to queue for them or anything like that. There's washing up facilities if you're camping and you don't have any washing up facilities, and it was all nice and clean and tidy every single day. The lady came in and cleaned them. Not a job I'd like to do, if I'm honest. Looks like she really had her work cut out, but yeah, they were clean, tidy, everything you need really. Now on site there's a food truck. Now this food truck, I have to say, is fantastic. In the evenings, well, I say the evening, I think it was open by about 5 o'clock, I'm not sure exact time, but something like that. Well, you can get pizza, there's various other things, chips and stuff, and they also do chicken goujons. And I have to say the pizza and the goujons were really to die for. The pizza was authentic, you know, made there and then. The goujons were like southern fried style, and it was just delicious. We bought some, and I just cleaned the plate. I wish I'd bought more, to be honest. It's fantastic. In the mornings, they got breakfast available, if you like, bacon rolls, that sort of stuff. And both mornings, we stayed for 2 nights, both mornings we had bacon roll, coffee, and the bacon, again, was to die for. And you got quite a lot of bacon in your bap. It was definitely a nice breakfast. So I think the only question really is, would we go back? Well, definitely. The site is run by 2 guys. One of them is called Harry. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I've forgotten the other guy's name. But they're both really, really chatty, and we're due to go back at the end of August because my daughter and granddaughter are coming down, and we're going to go over there for a couple of days again. And hopefully this time I'm going to sit down with Harry, just do a little interview, maybe ask him a few questions, what his plans are for the future, that sort of thing. You know, are they going to expand? Are they going to do anything else? Blah, 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 blah. But we'll see what he's got to say at the end of August. So, if you want a nice site in East Sussex, I highly recommend Bramley Park Camping. Get yourself over there. Really, really nice place to stay. Thanks so very much for watching.